Hi, everyone. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. Thank you for watching in the first place. I really appreciate it. And wanted to share my story of my time in Cancun last September of 2019. I went there, I flew down to have a tummy tuck. And it was a nightmare, to tell you the truth. First of all, I went through a company called iFinance Canada, and I had so many difficulties with this company. First, they wouldn't give me the money directly to pay the doctor or pay the GloboMd or whatever company that was arranging it. And then they wanted to send a check to Mexico, a check, which they did. They sent it and it got returned. The Mexican bank wouldn't accept it. So then I said, okay, well, I guess I can't do this. I have to cancel everything. And they're like, and this whole time they were saying they can't give it to me. They will not deposit it in my account. So they said they will only deposit it in their own bank, the Bank of Montreal. So I went and got an account at the Bank of Montreal, and they couldn't deposit the money. I don't know, for some unknown reason. Every time I called iFinance Canada, I spoke to a different person. I spoke to Monique and a couple of Spanish guys, and I can't even remember all the people I spoke to. There were so many. And so in the end, I said, well, again, I have to cancel it again. And I couldn't cancel my flight. I thought, well, I'm just going to go to Mexico and have a vacation, I guess. I'm just going to rest. And then they're like, well, we'll deposit it into your account after all. But they didn't deposit it until the day after I left. And I was no longer here in Canada to get access to it. So now I'm in Cancun. Now, they do have Scotiabank in Cancun. So I was thinking, well, I can go to the Scotiabank and withdraw the money, like just take, money out of the bank machine. I did not know that in Cancun, because there's so much money laundering going on there, I guess it's like very, very bad for money laundering. They'll only let you take out, what was it? Like 300 pesos a day, and which isn't very much, and I needed to take out like $5,000. And they wouldn't let me do it. I even went to the teller and talked to the manager, and they would not let me get this money. In the meantime, I had been to the Hospital Victoria in Cancun, and that's where I went and got the tests done, all the pre-operative tests, and I had every intention on going through with this. And Jay Hernandez was my concierge on site. Jaime Giron, Giron, at GloboMd she was located in the States. She told me in New York, and she was arranging the doctor and this Jay Hernandez to help me in Cancun and all the stuff. So when I got there, I went right to the Hospital Victoria and I said, I'm here. And they called Jay. They had his number. So they called him and he came over and he was like, okay, well, you have to do this and you have to do that and that and that. And so I was going around getting everything done. In the meantime, while I was trying to figure out the financial nightmare of it. So I had an appointment with Dr. Raphael at his office, and Jay went with me to translate any problem. But now that, if you go online and hear him, he speaks perfect English. But it was weird. He was kind of playing dumb, and Jay was translating for me. They were speaking in Spanish to each other, and I know some Spanish, but not conversational medical terminology. I don't. So anyhow, and he had sort of looked at me and said, okay, we can do this and that, and what he was going to take off, and it was going to look perfect. And he was even going to do extra for me at no charge, just because I'm such a nice person. And I was feeling extra lucky at the time, I was feeling, oh, great, and I felt really good. And then, like I said, I just could not get this money out of the bank. I arrived in Mexico on September 9th. And I departed Mexico on the, what day was it? I stayed there at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, the 21st. 21st. So, I returned to Canada on the 21st. And anyway, up until I finally called my bank at home in Canada, Ontario. And I said, I can't get this bank. I explained the whole situation. I'm having this difficulty and I'm trying to have all this. And so they were like, well, the only thing we could do is send a wire transfer. And maybe it was Jay that came up with that. I'm not sure. Someone put it in my mind anyway. So I called the bank and they said, yes, we can. We can send a wire transfer. So I had to get the doctor's bank, the address, his account number, everything. We had to get all that information and send him a wire transfer. Now, we sent it on the 17th. So right up until the 17th of September, he was planning on going ahead with it. And so was I. He said, you'll be okay. We can put you on the plane. You only need a few days of recovery. But when you get home, you should go to the hospital, make sure they check your stitches and your staples and all that. And you'll be fine. So I was like, okay, you're sure? He goes, yep, you can get on a plane and everything. And so I was talking to other people online at the time, and they're saying, Lyn, you're not going to be able to walk. You can't walk 3 days later after being cut in half, And they're like, you're not going to be able to pull a bag behind you, nothing. You won't be able to walk. You won't be able to do it, And they said it's dangerous. What you're doing is dangerous, And so they were talking to me and I was thinking about it and everything. So also when I was in Mexico, and if any of you have been with me for a long time, last year, I found the scapula on the beach and with the angel Raphael and Mary and Jesus, and it washed right up to my feet in the whole beach there. It washed up right up to my feet because I was having a long thinking day about this, about all the ups and downs, and kind of all the signs were saying right from the get-go, don't do this. Don't do it, Ever since I got with this finance company, this medical medical abroad company, GloboMd, and this doctor, it was just everything, all the signs were saying, no, don't do it. So I got really scared and felt that they were going to send me off unsafe at that point. And also he couldn't book a room until the 19th, I think it was. So that gave me less than 2 days. And I know he sent me an email saying he didn't send me the money because he charged me a cancellation fee because he had booked the room and everything. And that's a lie because he told me he couldn't book the room till the 19th. So that left me 2 days. My incision would still be so fresh. And I really got scared. So I called my bank on the 19th and asked them to recall the wire transfer to Dr. Velasco's bank. So my bank contacted his bank and said, we'd like the money back, please. The service didn't take place. There was no services rendered. And they said, well, we can only ask him. So we will contact the doctor and get back to you. And they said the doctor has not returned our calls. Because my bank contacted them about 3 or 4 days later. My bank, Scotiabank, contacted the Santander Bank in Cancun. And they said that the doctor hasn't returned our calls. So everybody's just saying, oh, it's not our problem, miss. Oh, sorry, we can't help you, miss. And everybody wants your money, but nobody wants to have anything to do with any problems, or have to deal with anything. And I was really on my own in this thing after it all. In the end, I am really happy that I didn't get it done. I am. And a lot of you have wrote to me and said the same thing. And I really value my body now. It's not perfect, but I really value it now because I could have lost my life there. I read when I was looking up Dr. Velasco, just recently getting prepared to do this video. I researched him a lot more at this point, a little too late. But I found an article, and it's called the Clinica Victoria Nightmare .blogspot.com. And it's the nightmare that this woman, her brother died going to see Dr. Velasco. He died and they didn't even tell her. They lied about it first. They performed a lot of things on him that they never told her. They gave him a blood transfusion. They never told her that, and I wrote this lady and told her my story of what happened. So I'm not the only person that's been, and it took me a long time to put this video up because you really feel violated when this happens to you. You feel stupid. How could I have been so stupid to be fooled, be conned, be ripped off? And it's moments of weakness. We have moments of weakness where we think we need to do this to feel better or that to feel better. And it's none of those people's fault out there about those feelings, but it is to take advantage of those feelings, that vulnerable part of people. And they're out there. And I just wanted to warn you all about these ones, Dr. Raphael Velasco Marin, or he also goes by Marin-Velasco. He switches it. He switched it, I think, after that death. He switched it. Also, Jaime Giron, and she's with GloboMd. I'll have it all in the description box below. And her cousin and concierge contact in Cancun is Jay Hernandez. And he was part of it all too. You know, they just wanted to get my money out of me, whether I was going to be safe or not. They didn't care. They wanted their money, you know. And I didn't feel like that in the beginning, but in the end I did. I felt like, we'll try this, we'll try that. Well, you know, we can't book rooms, and we got to go on with life. And you know, the pressure, you know, that sort of thing, when I was there to get this done. And because I went up and down a little bit, I felt all alone there, you know. But anyway, if you want any details, have any questions about it, if there's anything I've forgotten, and I probably have, because I just sort of I'm winging it. And it's taken me a long time to get the courage to actually do a video about it, because I felt so vulnerable, you know. So there, I've gotten it done. Good for you. Like I said, if you want to share this video, please do, because, you know, I wouldn't want anyone else. I'm not saying all medical travel abroad out there is dangerous. I'm saying this person, this company, this doctor is. So, yeah, please share the video, like, and subscribe, of course. Thank you all so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.